Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So for today's case I'm going to be talking to you about is Kay Baker case. So a ex-Marine repeatedly stabbed his math teacher girlfriend, almost decapitating her in a violent fit of rage that left her to die after accusing her of dancing with another man. This is what the court had heard. Former Marine is accused of repeatedly stabbing his girlfriend at their home. Matthew Terry, age 47, was said to have murdered Kay Baker, age 43, in Lithia in Florida. He was previously jailed after he had stabbed his ex in the neck 7 times. Prosecutors said that Terry killed math teacher and mum of True Baker after an argument. A former Marine was accused of slitting his girlfriend's throat and leaving her almost decapitated body on the ground after he had gone and flew into a violent rage. The former Marine's trial started at the Hillsborough County Courthouse in Annex. This is in Tampa. Prosecutors said that the evening before Baker had died, she and Terry were at a bar and grill restaurant with some friends. During their time eating and drinking, Baker had got up to use the restroom. Diaz said that the video of her walking back showed her passing a friend and dancing, while a stranger walking past put his arms up and shimmied past the pair. This brief encounter enraged Terry, the court had heard, and he accused Baker of dancing with this man. Later that night, she called a friend from the car as she and Terry had drove home. She said, "Please tell him I wasn't dancing with another man." Her friend said that she heard her tell Terry to quit being stupid. Baker sent her a text at 11:56 p.m. and said, "Lol, sorry for that, so dumb, all good now." Around 30 minutes later, her neighbours Jonathan and Ruth Figgins found Baker in the early hours of May 28 this year. Prosecutors used 911 recordings and statements to give the jury an idea of the scene that had been found. The Figgises ventured outside after hearing a woman's cries in the early hours of the morning. They saw what they thought was a drunken teenager passed out on the ground next to a door home. Yet when they got closer, they realised it was a woman covered in blood with a large gash that was across her neck. She was struggling to breathe. Ruth called 911. While on the phone to them, she said, "I don't see them breathing. I don't think they are there with us." Mother of 2 Baker was only just 43 when she died that morning. Prosecutors said her live-in boyfriend Matthew Terry cut her throat, killing the 3rd grade elementary math and science teacher who had 2 sons. Assistant State Attorney Justin Diaz said when Hillsborough Sheriff's deputies arrived at the scene, they followed the trail of blood that led from Baker's body through the backyard to the crop of bushes. There they found Terry lying on his back in a t-shirt and underwear that was soaked in blood, he had said. It's not the first time Terry has been accused of stabbing one of his girlfriends. The Florida man was previously jailed for 3 years in Michigan after he stabbed his then-girlfriend Michelle Rogers 7 times in the neck, banged her head on the floor, broke her nose and slashed her face. Michelle told Tampa Bay Times that Terry had previously dated Baker when he was in Michigan. She said the pair only reconnected during 2017 trial for the attempt of causes bodily harm to her. The court has not yet heard about Terry's past convictions that led to Rogers being hospitalized for 5 days. If he is found guilty, it may be the prosecutors used the information during a sentencing hearing where they would push for the death penalty, although capital punishment would be against the Baker's family wishes. Governor Ron DeSantis' new Hillsborough State Attorney Susan Lopez has said that she would seek it if the jury finds Terry guilty. The trial continues. A Hillsborough County, Florida jury on Tuesday quickly and unanimously convicted Matthew Terry, 47, of murdering the 43-year-old 3rd grade math and science teacher Kay Baker as she tried to escape him earlier in 2022. The jury in the capital case only needed 1 hour and 10 minutes to find Terry guilty of first-degree murder. in the stabbing death of his then girlfriend. Authorities said Baker and Terry were together at the Landing Bar and Grill on May 27th, 2022, the night of the murder. Terry had become upset that Baker danced with another man at this bar. "I saw you dancing with that guy," the defendant said. According to a witness, early the next morning, a neighbour claimed to hear screaming and found Baker dead on the lawn outside. According to the redacted affidavit, she had tried to escape Terry through a window. Authorities said Baker's throat was cut and had a lone kitchen knife that was missing from a butcher's block holder. Investigators followed a trail of blood to Terry in overgrown brush and trees. He was then found only wearing a t-shirt and underwear soaked in apparent blood. He had lacerations on his fingers and hands, as well as a superficial cut to his arm. This is what the authorities said, quote, "The defendant also had 2 apparent stab wounds along each side of his neck, which appeared to be symmetrical and clean punctures." Authorities said the defendant declined to make any statements without any legal representations. Earlier on Tuesday, Terry's ex-girlfriend Michelle Rogers took the witness stand and told jurors that Terry also stabbed her in the neck with a knife back on St. Patrick's Day in 2017. Rogers said that she left Terry at a bar after he was too intoxicated. When he returned home angry hours later, he knocked her to the floor, punched her in the face, chest and back, and used wrestling moves to try and keep her on the ground. "I love you. Why are you doing this?" Rogers said. She yelled. "No, you don't. F you. I'm going to kill you," Terry answered. Though his defense attempted to claim that Rogers was somehow motivated by money. Terry, in fact, served 3 years in Michigan prison after attacking his ex. Now that he's been convicted of murdering Baker, Terry faces potential punishment as severe as a death penalty, and the penalty phase is set to begin at 9 a.m. on the Wednesday. Terry ultimately declined to testify in his own defense on trial, citing his attorney advice. Nonetheless, he insisted that he had the desire to testify. Okay then everyone, so that is today's case. If you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, and I see you again next time. Take care. Bye bye.